is Lasonia Thomas. Gonna ask you to just kind of overlook my dryness today. I got a migraine. But at any rate, as a new parent, you attempt to be the best parent you can be. You are the proud parent of Johnny Jr. He is your first child, the first and only grandchild of both your parents. His chubby, dimpled cheeks are adorable. His thick, curly locks should be used in commercials, and he could replace the Gerber baby. However, this adorable child has a terrible temper. He has tantrums whenever he is denied his desires. This horrid behavior has been witnessed at the market, church, at Nana's house. You have a tough decision to make. To spank or not to spank? That is the question. In today's society, we value the well being of children more than any other time in history. As a result, we have come to a crossroads. We need to know how to discipline our children. Webster's dictionary defines discipline as control that is gained by requiring the rules or orders to be obeyed and punishing bad behavior. In addition, in an effort to discipline our children, we must not confuse spanking, according to the law in Michigan, is responsible discipline with corporal punishment, which is the deliberate infliction of physical pain by hitting, paddling, spanking, slapping, or other physical force as used as means of discipline, such as in the case of the NFL star Adrian Peterson, who was given a fine and community service for whipping his 4-year-old son. And this is from the CNN report. Mr. Peterson left marks and bruises on his son. According to the ABC opinion poll, most people are still opinion. Most people still approve of spanking their children. In actuality, 65% of Americans approve of spanking their children, and that is at a rate that has been increasing steadily since 1990. However, 26% of parents and of grade school children say that spanking is barbaric, and 72% of the population say that spanking should not be done in the public school systems. What does Dr. Phil say about spanking? Dr. Phil says that spanking is a barbaric tool used by barbaric parenting and that we should change what we do. He believes that there should be 7 steps to taking to discipline our children. He does not believe in spanking. He believes that children should be given a clear warning. You should tell them if you do that again, you're going to go into the timeout corner or whatever behavior that you deem that is necessary for your child without the benefit of laying hands on him. Number two, he believes that you need to establish responsibility. He believes that you should not tell your child, wait till your dad gets home. He's going to get you, or I'm going to get you next time. He believes that you should establish the rules and that you should follow them. In addition to that, he believes that you should avoid embarrassment. I'm sure that you've seen the children standing on the corner with a sign that says, I'm a thief. I told a lie to Nana. He believes that you should avoid embarrassing your child at all times. In addition to that, he said that you should communicate grief. You should tell your child how disappointed you are in his behavior and that how it affects you physically and as well as mentally. Now, he also has a step 5 that says it is flick your wrist. This is extremely practical method that will use to save a lot of second guessing. He says that you need to, whatever you plan to do to your child, you should do to yourself. So you should know the consequences of the pain that you will inflict on your child. And he should believe that there should be a sincere repentance. You should allow your children are small, and you should not, the punishment should not be overwhelming according to their age. You should have a 2-year-old holding a stack of books in their hand. It's not, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. And 7, and finally, he says that you should have uncontrollable love for your unconditional love for your child. You should let your child know that although you have to punish him for bad behavior, that you should let them know that you love them still. Finally, I would like to say that the Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child. And I'm sure you could see from the trends from 1950 to 2015. In 1950, your parents disciplined you. They disciplined you for whatever. And I'm not saying beating you with a 2 by 4 or anything like that, but you got firm discipline. You got a spank on your hand. If Nana told you do not eat the apple pie and you ate the apple pie, well, you very well may have gotten a smack on the behind or the smack on the hand. As a result, you didn't eat the apple pie. The children in 2015, we have Dr. Spock, who's a noted psychiatrist, who thought that spanking your children would cause them to have undue mental stress. Well, people stop whooping their children because Dr. Spock said don't do it. But the problem with that is Dr. Spock's son killed himself. What kind of parenting is that? Did he spank his child? And he's telling you not to spank his child? Or did he spank his child and this is a result? Who knows? Dr. Spock, we can't uh, find any data to support that particular argument. However, it brings into mind you have to do what's best for your household. And as for me and my household, I believe that you should discipline your children. Your children should be given swift and quick, immediate response to a behavior that is inappropriate. And in my household, that is spanking. I have a niece, and at the time she was 18 months, and we had a Christmas tree. And by noon, she had eaten 8 candy canes. Children like candy. And so I explained to her and I said, little darling, you can't eat candy all day. You cannot have any more candy. But because she's 18 months, I knew that we had to make provisions for her because she probably would go and get more candy. So we took all the candy canes from the bottom of the Christmas tree and moved them to the top of the Christmas tree. Well, this this very smart 18-month-old goes over to the couch, climbs onto the top of the couch, and climbs to the top of the Christmas tree to get a candy cane. How dangerous is that? And disobedient. And when I saw her, she had the sense enough to take the candy cane and hide it behind her back. Well, of course, I spanked her hand. Well, on the next day, she went to the tree to get a candy cane. However, she came to me and she said, "TT, candy." She asked for the candy cane. So you would say, well, you didn't have to spank her, but I did. It let her know that if she does something that's inappropriate, she's going to be reprimanded for it. And she learned the appropriate way to ask for things that she wants. Is that going to, Dr. Phil would say that spanking doesn't teach children how to do the appropriate things. It teaches them how to lie, and it teaches them how to get away from being disciplined. Well, I disagree with that. And most people, according to the ABC opinion poll, their argument is the same as mine. It worked for me. My parents spanked me. My mother didn't beat me with an extension cord or beat me to death with a 2 by 4, but I was given a spanking with the belt when I did things that were inappropriate. I was given a spanking on my bottom or with the ruler when I did things inappropriate. As a result, I learned not to do things that were inappropriate. In addition to that, I have never been in jail. I've never used drugs. I've never did any of those things. And also, if you would look at the most recent trending topic, one of the young men killed a family of 3, and the attorney's argument was he suffered from affluenza. That was his defense, and because of that was defense, he told the judge that the child by his parents had never been told no. He had been given everything that he wanted, so he could not comprehend that he should not have been drinking underage and driving a car without a license. He did not realize that the result could be that he can kill this family. And where are we today? The child got probation, no discipline, no consequences for the murder of 3 families because of affluenza. I personally believe that discipline, physical, spanking, should be a part of every American family because the American family, the children would not be in the position that they're in today if they got spankings. Thank you.